文化を味わうです。中村さん、よろしくお願いいたします。
いらっしゃいませ。豚骨ラーメンの国、福岡から来ましたNakkaこと中村祐希です。皆さん、そろそろお腹が空いてきた頃合いでありませんか？そこでこれから皆さんには豚骨ラーメンではなくカップヌードルを通してさまざまな文化を味わっていただきます。それではお聞きください。Everyone, do you know how many ramen restaurants there are in foreign countries? There are actually about 1,000, according to the research of the Shin-Yokohama Museum in 2013. There are 305 ramen restaurants in the US, 171 in Thailand, 148 in Singapore, and 125 in China. And there are about 24,257 in Japan. Ramen is loved not only in Japan, but also all over the world. There is a strong image that ramen is Japanese food. However, ramen is actually from China. There are big differences between the noodles and soup in Chinese and Japanese ramen. Noodles used in Chinese ramen are white and have a soft texture like udon. Noodles used in Japan are made with kansui, salt water for making ramen. Kansui makes noodle yellow and chewy. Moreover, Chinese base often uses pork, beef, and seafood. Japan uses vegetables, soy sauce, and miso. Japanese ramen became known as one of Japanese food by changing the style. Cup noodle is a good example and is known by everyone around the world. Nissin Shokuhin produced the first cup noodle in 1971. After came to the US in 1973. It expanded to Brazil, Singapore, Hong Kong, India, the Netherlands, Germany, and Thailand. The total number of meal stores has reached more than 40 billion. We can say Japan made a wonderful invention that we can be proud of. Cup noodles in Japan have rich flavor with pepper and are based on soy sauce, seafood, or curry. However, there are so many kinds of taste in the world. It would be more than 100 kinds of cup noodle. For example, in France, there are cup noodles that have roasted chicken flavor, sukiyaki flavor, and grilled shrimp flavor. There are also flavors influenced by Japanese culture in other countries. In the Philippines, there are sotanghon flavor, bok choy flavor, and bulalo flavor. It seems they use their cultural food. Moreover, there are common flavors such as beef, chicken, shrimp, and mushroom. In foreign countries, It's interesting that curry flavor, which Japanese people love to eat, doesn't seem popular on other countries. Cup noodles expanded to the world by changing styles. That change is not only taste. For example, people don't slurp noodles in Western countries, so they make noodles shorter. In India, they make cup noodles without soup because of their hot weather. In Thailand, they make noodles longer to get more filling. In addition, in Indonesia, they don't use pork ingredients because there are many Muslims. Japanese ramen has evolved uniquely according to the food culture of each country. There is a creativity that Japanese people change styles to combine their needs for people in the world. And there is a mission to bring Japanese original taste to the world. Now, ramen is an iconic food for Japanese people. Don't you think we can learn something from the evolution of ramen? Thank you for listening.
ありがとうございました。アドバイスの方、コメントお願いします。
So, Nakka, thank you for a very interesting speech. And what's interesting is that, of course, we have cup ramen in America, but in America, it's almost thought of kind of as a joke. Like, it's just this cheap food for poor college students to eat. And because we just have such a shallow image of it, I think most Americans probably don't realize how interesting cup ramen is, this variety, and how hard it was to make. I don't know if you ever watched the Asodara Manpuku, but I watched that with my wife when it came out when we were first married, and so I learned a lot about all the work that went into developing cup ramen. And from your speech, I learned a lot about how it's adapted to each country. I thought it was really interesting that in America, the noodles are shorter because we don't slurp, and how in India, it's sold without soup because the weather is too hot. It's also interesting in general to see how food changes and reflects culture. So ramen started in China, then came to Japan, and then how it transforms in every different country. I never thought about that. It was very interesting to learn about. Thank you.
学院長、コメントお願いします。
僕がアメリカにいた1973年のカップヌードルが初めてアメリカに渡ってちょっとしてからですよね。その頃僕は今彼がアメリカに住んでるっていう人でカップラーメン食べる人はもう安くて味がダメで貧しい学生しか食べない、僕の食べ物でしたので、あまりそれ言っていただけると横でこうマイクを投げようかなって一瞬思ったんですけどいやあの頃美味しかったんですよ。これ美味しいなと思ったんですね。そして15年ぐらいしてからまた帰って同じものを食べたんですよ。まずいんですよね。だからやっぱり人はお腹がすくと美味しいんですね。何でもね、お腹いっぱいだと貧しいんですよね。お腹いっぱいだとまずいんですよね。だからお腹がいっぱいでもお腹が空いてても美味しい食べ物っていうのがやっぱり日本のラーメンなんですよね。で君のスピーチを聞きながら鹿児島で美味しいラーメンの場所をどこかもう一回よく調べて5軒ぐらい回ってもう一回比べてみてくださいね。福岡より鹿児島の方が僕は美味しいと思います。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。